All right, welcome back, Saints Nation. We are getting underway here. We have ourselves lower semifinals just about to get underway. In the blue side, we'll have our St. Clair Saints up against the University of Virginia in the orange. Best of 5 action this time by, and this one should be a doozy for the side of Saints Green. Of course, University of Virginia is one of those teams that were actually in the CRL last semester, but they were kind of the bottom of the barrel, unfortunately. Had themselves a bit of a rough start early. They had themselves a good couple of wins near the middle and the late portions of the season, I do believe, or that I might be confusing them with Oakland, but for the most part, they were one of those teams just right on the bubble, and now our Saints Green roster get to see how they can handle them in this situation. Winner of this matchup gets to go up against King's University. Saints, of course, would absolutely love to see the rematch after how that series went, and they're going to start things off on the right foot. Fusion going to get the first goal here off of the assist from Ramen. Ramen up in the skies was able to win the 50-50 up there, and then Fusion was able to tap this one in past the goalie. Andrew could not quite find a piece of it, but side of University of Virginia looking to fight back. Justin Cap, as well as the rest of the squad, Freeze and Andrew here for University of Virginia. Granted, just a minute in. Definitely nothing to worry about just yet here for the side of the University of Virginia. We have Freeze up in his own corner, going to be messed with ever so slightly. Does have a little bit of boost still in the tank, and there we go. Good little send right to the midfield line off to Andrew now. Can they make this one happen? Justin Cap. Shot would have been a little bit high, going to be controlled by Ramen. But a rebound coming out here from Freeze over to Andrew possibly, but could not beat out Kamal. That being said, though, Justin Cap was able to keep it in the zone for just a second, but this now allows St. Clair to drag race for it, and they are going to capitalize. Fusion again. Find himself 3 shots already and 2 goals. After the shot from Kamal goes all the way off to the skies, and again, just unfortunately here for the University of Virginia squad, they are just not able to capitalize on it. Just could not control it up high. So now, you can see the urgency already in the University of Virginia squad. They want this to straight up skip the replays, but heck, that's the part of being caster. I got to show everybody everything from the point of view. They, excuse me, tripping over my words a little bit, but got to show you all exactly what happened from this point. So it is what it is. I'm allowed to do that. We have applied for casting rights, so going to absolutely use it. Fusion up in the midfield zone with the Virginia squad being down 2-0 early. That is definitely going to be a little bit rough for them. Still over half the game to go nonetheless, though. Kamal taking it for himself. Going to try and carry it on through, and uncontested. Kamal just going to ride this one all the way through. Picks it up for himself in the end, and just straight up goes all the way down. Beautifully done. Down by 3, but half the game to go. The way this one's been going, it is looking a little bit rough. University of Virginia, granted, they did end up getting the win over Johns Hopkins, but has not been able to keep up that momentum, to say the least, here in the start of this one. Granted, with the best of 5 series, they have lots of time to adapt. Just one game isn't going to completely take you out of this one, so fair enough in that regard. A little bit of a centering opportunity here for St. Clair. Going to be pushed aside. Freeze maybe looking to make a play. Does have Justin Cap with him. And nicely done there from Freeze to clutch this one out. I do believe Justin Cap was following some interference as well. Let's take a look. That's right here. Yeah, Justin was hunting. Forced Fusion to jump early. Granted, Fusion still made the initial save, but could not get the rebound because he was already up in the skies. And now this game is within 2. This is still absolutely doable here for Virginia. Justin Cap going to push it back here. Does have Andrew on defense for a little bit of assistance. Looking to carry it up. That's going to be, I believe that was Ramen up in the corner. Never mind. But back into the Saints zone. Shot on target. Not quite on target. A little bit wide, but still dangerous nonetheless. Kamal going to pick this one up. Going all the way down. Fusion going to be taken down off on the sidelines there by Justin. So the rebound opportunity going to be taken off the board. Mid-air collision as well. Kamal could not control it as he may have initially wanted, but he's going to try and air dribble this thing, try and knock it down. Not quite going to find it. Freeze trying to move this forward. Justin centers it into the midfield zone, but not quite going to be able to get a full clear. Fusion versus Justin. Justin's going to get the better of him this time by, though. Good save. Andrew clears on forward. Now in the St. Clair zone. Does have some backup as well. Passes it off to Justin. Bit of a pop fly, however, but still with control. Off the backboard. Good push there from Ramen to push this one aside. Otherwise, would have dropped down right in front of the net. That would have been an absolutely dangerous one. Able to see University of Virginia knock it down by one would be absolutely stress-inducing, to say the least. Right now, Saints are feeling rather comfortable, and I think they would like to keep it that way. Justin is going to juke the one, but he couldn't finish it. Can Andrew finish it? No! Saved by Kamal. And Kamal's going to bring this all the way to the corner, and the boost is there. Can he get there? No, it is going to be denied, actually. So Freeze now is going to be the one who can make the play. Pushes this off to Andrew. University of Virginia urgently looking for some answers here. Needs to make it now or never. Personally, I think this is probably a little bit like too much of a gap for this point in the game, but I would love to be wrong and see a crazy comeback. That's going to be one, though. Okay, here we go. I might be eating my words. A fantastic play across all of University of Virginia. Everybody getting involved. One pass, then the pass to Freeze as well. Andrew helping set that one up as well, and Justin Cap going to find another one. We have ourselves a one-goal game, but there is only going to be 6 seconds here on the clock. Not much time, and with a slow roller like that, that could be troublesome. It's going to get sent in the Saint zone. This could get tied up. Is there someone there? They could not get the full control of it. Very close. Solid attempt, actually, there from the University of Virginia, but could not clutch out the game, keep the ball in the air. So, Saints are going to take that one. We do still, of course, it being a best-of-5 series, lots of Rocket League still here on the clock. Let's get this one all set up. Going to keep ourselves same sides and get ready to go. Losers finals right around the corner. If a few more, or for whoever ends up winning this one. Like we were saying before, it would be up against King's University. Saints would absolutely love the rematch. UVA, I don't know if they had the opportunity to play them just yet, but I'm sure coming from that's actually a very interesting thing. We have both Oakland and we have University of Virginia. So these are both teams, like I was saying before, that were in CRL. Unfortunately for them, with the way this new division format is, one of them aren't going to be able to make it. So heartbreaker in that regard. And to refer to the stat that Jackson referred to a couple a couple games ago, basically whoever was on the winning side won like 4 out of 6 or something along those lines. So definitely hard to do from the lower side, but still definitely possible. Solid back and forth to start things off here for game number 2. Saints with a slight opportunity, but weren't able to capitalize on it just quite yet. Going to try this again. Pop fly towards center. Not going to become a threat. It's going to be pushed aside. Andrew and Justin Cap are here on defense, so it shouldn't quite get to the net just yet. Okay, very close opportunity from falling down, and there was a Saints player right there. In case it happened to have dropped, would have been pretty much the one-goal game already, but does get pushed aside. Spain again pushed aside. Good job there on the Saints defense to avoid the opportunity there from Justin Cap. We got ourselves another shot, and never mind, Justin Cap is going to find the second opportunity, and he just straight up snipes this one. That's going to be Freeze off the backboard, I do believe, right off the corner. Perfect bounce. Fusion making his way to try and get there, but that was, 121 kilometers per hour. That was an absolute beam. Nothing that St. Clair could do to stop that one, and that's going to give the University of Virginia their first lead here in the series. Off the face-off, though, Saints looking for the instant answer. Ramen tried, but it's going to be denied by Justin. Yeah. Kamal in the corner with it alongside, I believe that is Ramen. There we go. It's going to pop fly once again towards University of Virginia. Space, but again, the crossbar instantly denying Kamal. That was the right setup, but could not clutch it out this time by. Ramen going to get demoed. Going to leave it a 2-on-3 here for the side of Virginia. If they can add on one more, that would absolutely be huge. Give themselves a little bit of insurance here in this game. Stuck along the left-hand side. Kamal looking to get feisty, but nice little dodge there from the Virginia player. from his own corner. Kamal looking to take it to the skies. Actually does get denied here by Andrew, who's still in the corner with it. Looked to try and center it, could not get it with his roof. That being said, Justin right back into the corner, slow crawl through the crease. Kamal right there. Is there going to be a shot? Freeze does take the shot, but it is going to go wide. Trying to keep it at center. Solid job of defending, and it's going to allow Freeze to pick this one up. And they're taking their time with it, too. I do like this. Pop fly, Freeze was a little bit too far forward, and it looks like Justin Cap went back to defend and get some boost. So they weren't able to capitalize on it, but I like the attempt, slowing it down. I mean, they could afford to, right? It's not like they have to like chase this lead. They're holding it quite strong as of right now. Centering attempt here for Andrew. He's going to get denied here by Ramen, which was a good timing considering the other two players on the side of University of Virginia, both with separate corners, just looking to strike. Saints finally get their opportunity to break out past half, and it instantly gets answered and sent right back into the St. Clair zone. Ramen finally going to dump and chase, not necessarily going to be able to capitalize on this as of right now, however. Fusion going to try and take the sky. He's going to use whatever boost possible in order to get that, though. Does not have much available. He's just going to have to brute force it and try and crawl. There is a centering attempt, however, not going to end up getting any value. Kamal shot on target, open net, off the crossbar and in. This time the crossbar is not going to deny him, and that was the perfect play here. Ramen was just able to brute force, get the demo as well, which also ended up being a pass. And then, wow, very, very close call here for Kamal. Nearly hitting the crossbar a little bit too square, and that would have went right back out. But now we have ourselves a tied game with about a minute 15 left to go here in game number 2. Anybody's game still, of course. To go down by 2 right now for Virginia would be absolutely detrimental, and you can see the urgency. They already have the shots right on target, forcing Saints to make saves, but the urgency was too much and it got them out of position. This left the door wide open for Kamal after Fusion makes the initial save, and it was basically just a drag race with 3 members up here from University of Virginia. There's absolutely nothing that they could do to get back in time, and that is going to be insane. Can Kamal find the hat trick? He was looking for it, but not going to get it, at least not as of yet. Still a minute on the clock. Now, Saints maybe were the ones getting a little bit overzealous, but Kamal is going to be back in time to push this one aside now. Can Virginia, with Justin Cap and the rest of the squad, start something here? A little bit of an awkward center. Shot is going to be a little bit high, but it's towards the right direction. Can somebody get an extra piece on it? No, because Kamal's just going to send this one right around. Saying Kamal's name a lot here in this one because he's just absolutely everywhere. The rebound is not going to strike. Now we have the drag race back into the Saints zone. 15 seconds left to go. Big demo onto Kamal. Can they finish it? They absolutely do. Freeze going to clutch this one up to a 2-2 game after Justin Cap just demos Kamal, who had the ball control. With that ball just falls right into the crease, right in front of the net. Freeze just had to tap that one in and absolutely capitalized it. After a big demo from Justin Cap, we have ourselves a tie game. Could still end in regulation. Ramen looking to make that happen. Good save here from Freeze, however. Going to slam the brakes on that for just a second. Kamal would love to get the hat trick and would love to get it right here, right now. Let's see what he tries to do. Going right towards the center. And Ramen! Holy smokes! He's going to be able to finish it in regulation after Kamal just drops this thing and prays that his team gets it and absolutely clutches this one up. Good on Ramen to take to the skies to make sure you're not up against the ground as well. Because had that ball touched the ground, that would have been it. And we would have been going into an overtime. What a way to finish game number 2 here. Taking a look at this one. Even though it felt like the Saints had a little bit of a hard time starting things off, 9 shots on the board there for the Saints that time by, compared to, I believe it was 6 on the side of the University of Virginia. So the opportunities, to be honest, for both sides, they were there, but not enough to get the job done just yet. Now we'll have to see. Saints had themselves match point before in the best of 5 here in this tournament up against Kings earlier, but were not able to quite clutch it up in the end. Granted, this time by, it is now a 2-0. Much better standing. A lot of wiggle room, to be completely honest with you. But still a little nerve-wracking to say the least. Sometimes, like we were kind of discussing before, playing from the lead can sometimes be just as scary. And holy smokes, what a play there from the side of the University of Virginia. This time it's going to be Justin Cap with the shot, but it's going to be Freeze with the demo. They are just locking down Kamal. Kamal, without question, would have had that save. But the big play there from Freeze is going to give the University of Virginia their first point of the game. Off the face-offer, right back into the St. Clair zone. Saints might be having a little bit of a hard time now, trying to keep some control over this. Virginia, with the urgency, are finding the plays at least early on and able to keep it into the Saints zone. And they are just going to be hunting goaltenders. This is exactly what they need to do. But got to watch out, though, on the backside, on the defensive side, because this is where things could be troublesome. A nice attempt there from both Kamal and Fusion, but it is going to be pushed aside by Andrew. Got back in time to make those saves. Fusion, centering pass is going to be pushed aside by Justin Cap. A little bit of a drag race now between Justin and Fusion. Fusion goes for the demo, but a nice little juke actually from Justin Cap. It's going to set up Freeze, and Freeze is going to put the University of Virginia now with a 2-goal lead. Nice little backflip initially there from Justin Cap to dodge the demo. They committed so hard on the demo that they could not recuperate, and Rahman could not find the save. Saints are caught trailing early here in this game number 3. And right off the face-off, right off the rip, we're just going right back into the St. Clair zone again. And I don't know what it is, but it seems like when the match point is there in a best-of-5 scenario, at least so far in this tournament, the Saints have not been able to clutch it out right away, at least. There is still, like I was saying, it's best-of-5. This is only game number 3, so Saints do have lots of wiggle room for error, but you know they just want to finish the job right now, to say the least. Fusion versus Justin, not going to be enough. Actually, hang on a second, that was a perfect pass, and it ends up being Rahman finishing this one up to at least bring it within 1. This initial play I didn't think was actually going to go anywhere. I thought Justin stopped him, but no, Fusion does end up getting the centering attempt, and Justin could not get back in time, went actually too high to make the save. A valiant effort, but this is going to put the Saints within 1. The comeback possibility here is still absolutely possible. Still 3 minutes left to go in this game. And good to see if the Saints didn't let it shake him, at least not as of right now. Justin would love to get some insurance back here for the team. Justin going to get demoed here by Rahman. Kamal kind of stuck between 2. It's going to go across the field. Did go over the Freeze and Fusion, but it's going to just go right back into the Saints zone. Justin looking for his time to strike. Looked for the backboard, but Kamal not going to let him have it. Kamal gets past the Virginia defender, brute forcing it forward. That is going to be the center to Rahman, but a big save by Freeze. The tying goal was right there, and they might be able to answer right back with some offense of their own. Virginia brought it in for a second, got a shot off, it was denied. Kamal centers again, but Justin Cap has been reading these at least this last couple of minutes, not letting them happen at all. Kamal going to try again. Right back into the corner. Fusion sitting, ready for it. Kamal going to try and take it himself, actually, but not going to quite get the tap that he was looking for. Justin Cap, double kill. Going to secure that one and just allow for the Saints to just, well, not the Saints, but allow for Virginia to just move on forward with it. Have a little bit of possession, but they didn't even get a shot off of it. And it's going to be Kamal, actually, to just outright beat the members of University of Virginia, which is so surprising. He just straight up, just a raw shot. Didn't seem like anything super threatening, but it is going to end up securing the tie game here after University of Virginia had felt like they had themselves a fantastic opportunity off the double demo, and they got nothing, and if anything, got punished for it. But now they're going to be able to capitalize. Instant answer. That is going to be the second goal of game number 3 here for Freeze after the initial pass from Andrew versus Rahman. Rahman was dealing with Andrew. Andrew never ended up actually taking the shot, just the pass off the backboard. So now, we're right back to where we left off maybe about 10 seconds ago, it felt like. Saints trailing by 1 once again. Gonna bring it into the UVA zone for a moment. Fusion taking it slow. Kamal was right there. Got the demo on the freeze, but the shot didn't go. And this is going to leave the net wide open, but it hit the post and the rebound. Andrew gonna get himself on the board to put UVA up by 2 now. I was worried there for a second that they weren't going to be able to capitalize on that, which would have been a heartbreaker if the post denied them as well. But Andrew cleaning this one up. Not dying out just yet. Going to keep the Virginia squad in this game. Saints stuck trailing by 2 now with a minute 30 left to go. Tough road ahead to say the least, but not undoable. Fusion looks for Ramen. Ramen's just going to end up finding Andrew instead. Okay, power shot from the center line. Nearly finding the back of the net, but going to be Justin to get there in time. Andrew tries to clear, but this ends up being an awkward pop fly through the Virginia zone. And with Kamal doing a bunch of demos, this could be troublesome. Can he get the shot? No. Justin Cap with a flying save to keep the lead alive. Or the 2-goal lead alive, rather. Right back into the St. Clair zone. Shot on target there from Freeze. Looking for his hat trick here in this game, but not going to stick this time by. Freeze in the corner. Fusion trying to get something started here in the corner, but it just ends up going right back to the side of Virginia. And honestly, yeah, pass it back. Just keep control of it. Keep this time killed here if you are on the side of the University of Virginia. You're not the ones who have to force the goal. Don't catch yourself off guard trying to. 15 seconds left. No Saints in sight for a second. Now Ramen off to Fusion. Pops it off the ceiling. Time ticking down here, but it might be a too little too late here. And one more for the sake of it? Absolutely. 2 goals now on the board here for Justin Cap in this third game. UVA going to take this one in either 3-5 or 2-5 fashion, depending on how this face-off goes. But either way, no matter what, they are going to be taking game number 3. They're not going to be getting swept by St. Clair Green this time by, and they keep themselves in this game. Just waiting for it to hit the ground. Sure enough, that will finally hit. So solid job there for the side of University of Virginia to fight their way back into the series. Would have been absolutely brutal had they gotten themselves 3-0'd, but not going to be the case this time. Ready on up here in just a second. There we go. So in regards to shots, Saints with 8. Meanwhile, on the side of Virginia, they had themselves 11. So a few more shots on the board here for the side of Virginia and able to capitalize on it. 4-2 that time. All right, game number 4. Might have been an early start, however. It looks like, yep, we do have a little bit of an accidental start here, it looks like. So we're going to have to go catch them in just a second here. Somebody joined the lobby a little bit too soon, apparently. So got to wait for just a second for game number 4 to start. But again, can't stress it enough. Good on the side of University of Virginia to keep themselves into this series. And that was relatively decisive, to say the least. The way they were playing that time by was just much stronger overall, of course, being able to take the W and whatnot. But they were always getting chances, but this time it felt like they were actually capitalizing on it, which is the main difference maker, of course. And okay, they haven't quite started the match just yet. So every time I'm disappearing off the screen here, I'm not running away from y'all. I'm proudness. I'm just trying to get into the game itself. So any moment's time, be getting underway. Of course, looks like we're loading in actually right here, right now. There we go. All right, game number 4. Virginia still definitely has quite the mountain to climb here, trying to make this reverse sweep happen, but they've done the hard part, arguably, which is to get the first one. Now can they keep this going? Here we go, game number 4. St. Clair University, Virginia. Can we see a game 5 come out here? They want to get aggressive. Instantly demoing Ramen, but right now Kamal versus one other, Justin Cap, is going to make the save. So both squads in their own right putting the pedal to the metal, and Fusion is going to start off huge. Ramen going to get credited with the assist after sending it from the center line right off the backboard. Freeze couldn't get a touch on it. and neither could Andrew. Fusion with the first goal 15 seconds in, setting the tone. Saints have always been a better team from playing with the lead rather than trailing. So for Saints fans at home, this is exactly what you want to see. Kamal going to even demo onto Justin Cap just for a little bit of an extra message. And we're just going to get feisty, why aren't we? Off to the UVA zone. Kamal is trying to race it up there with Freeze. Actually going to just take him off the field for a second. Pass to Ramen, not going to make contact. A little bit dangerous now here for St. Clair. Justin Cap chasing this one in. Is going to end up centering it, but it's going to be way too high to actually do anything with. But the Saints touch afterwards actually put it right in front of their own net. This could be deadly. Not going to end up coming through to anything, however, though. Of course, winner of this off the play Kings University once again would be a rematch for Saints after losing in Game 5 overtime versus them and nearly causing the upset. And I'm not 100% sure if University of Virginia have played them before, but I know Virginia, we were saying earlier, still fighting to get their CRL spot back, considering they were there last season. Ramen off the backboard, looked for Fusion. He was coming in hot, but could not get contact. That was going to be interfered with by the University of Virginia. Freeze, still with possession. Does have Andrew there with them. Shot is going to be denied, but Justin Cap does have the initial rebound. Freeze going to get past the one Saints defender, but could not get past the second. This is going to go right back into the UVA zone. And there is Fusion, I think, that is charging on through. Not going to quite drop in front of the nets, but we're going to try this again. Ramen drills it forward. The shot from Saints does go wide. The card doesn't quite make contact with the ball, so the attempt was there, but could not capitalize this time by. The Fusion is not ready to let this ball leave. Another shot on target. This time it's going to be Ramen, but Freeze with the solid save. Andrew going to push it forward, but just pushes it forward right into Ramen. Freeze with no boost right now. This could be a bit of a tough time. Kamal, drop shot, where's Fusion? Does end up getting a piece of it, but that's not necessarily the kind of contact he was wanting. Just ends up pushing it forward into his own zone. Drop shot, Freeze right there to try and capitalize, but Fusion is going to be able to win that drag race and get there. Brings it all the way down into the UVA zone. Centering pass going to be stopped by Justin Cap. Offense time here now for UVA. That's right on the line, and Justin Cap's going to tie this one up. That thing was crawling on the line right at the 2-minute mark left. And Freeze, solid pass here, and so close, but Justin just going to brute force it across the line. May not be the prettiest goal, but it sure was effective. 1-1 with 2 minutes left to go. Another shot across towards the Saints zone, nearly causing trouble there for our St. Clair squad, but it's not going to actually get a shot at the end of the day. Kind of stuck in the midfield right now, where Andrew is going into the corner to try and collect this one up, but he is interfered with by Fusion. Big demo actually coming across from Justin, but a huge save coming out here from Freeze. The 2-on-3 was there in the favor of St. Clair, but could not capitalize. Sure, they got the shot, but could not finish the job. Now Justin Cap looking for revenge, tries to bring it on through. Good stop from Fusion, gets past one, he gets past two, and he passes this one off to Kamal. Kamal centers it, going to crawl across, or that's not a crawl, that thing was just full send across the crease, but nobody's going to be able to get a piece of it. Right back into the UVA zone. Good touch from Kamal is going to bring this to force the save from Freeze. The clearing attempt was attempted, but it just did not quite get past Ramen. Freeze passing this one back, does have Justin Cap there, but it was not as necessarily as clean of a pass as we were expecting. Ramen looks for the shot. This could be an open opportunity here now for UVA as they are able to get past Ramen, but they could not get it past Fusion. Freeze just battling it out with Kamal, and then Justin Cap is there as well. last couple of seconds here. Possession will be absolutely key. Right now, Saints, I feel like, have had the majority of the pressure in this game, but the pressure doesn't mean nothing if you can't get it on the board. And we see UVA trying 2 fantastic shot opportunities, going to be stopped by the Saints. And now, 10 seconds on the clock. Overtime could be on the board here as a possible decider of the game, possible decider of the series if it goes in the way of St. Clair. Or it could be finished right here with 1 second left on the clock. We saw it happen in one game. Not going to be the case this time by overtime, game 4. Pop fly ball off the face-off is going to just go right to Kamal into the UVA zone. Insta clear coming out here, though. I believe that was Justin Cap. Bit of an odd bounce, but it's going to go to Fusion. Trying to control this himself. Brings it into the corner. Gets past one. Looks for the other. Couldn't quite get past two. But it is going to be Ramen. Crosses it right into the other corner. Not going to be able to make anything out of it, though. Going to be UVA now, right into the St. Clair zone. That is going to be Andrew getting demoed, but Freeze is the one trying to make the play here in the midfield zone. A little bit of an awkward bounce, actually, right to Justin Cap. Justin Cap versus Ramen, but actually someone else is going to be able to get involved. Shot by Andrew is going to force game 5. Justin Cap draws out 2 defenders, leaving only Ramen. And even though that was going dead center, Kamal or Ramen could not get a piece of it. A heartbreaker here for the Saints. And now, this is getting a little bit weird. We have ourselves a game 5 once again. So, honestly, fantastic job there for the side of University of Virginia. But this has got to be a little bit stressful here for Saints, and I know for myself and the Saints fans at home as well. Again, match point was within reach, and now we're in a game 5 scenario. This didn't work out so well for us versus King's University, but of course, completely different team this time by. But I would argue, based off of them being in CRL before, that could be an even better team, to say the least. We'll have to see moving forward here. Still one of the top seeds here in this tournament. They're going to have to try and secure this final game. Last time we went to overtime, game 5. What will this series bring? University of Virginia trying to complete the reverse sweep. Saints just want to seal the deal and go play Kings in lower finals. Let's see what happens. Off the face-off, Kamal is trying to bring it on in, but it just keeps getting denied. We're getting a little bit more midfield play with both teams kind of figuring out each other's offense. A little bit less shots, a little bit more ping-ponging kind of back and forth over across the center line. Saints are going to be the first ones to actually get in a little bit deeper here, as Ramen's going to just have to brute force his way in through Justin. Fusion to the skies, tries to drop it down, but Freeze isn't going to let that happen. Going to try another opportunity here. Ramen was just ever so slightly to the left of the net, but another pop fly ball. This is a crawler, and it's going to be scored by Ramen. Everybody just ran out of juice with the initial saves, and Ramen's going to be able to get this one just barely off the bumper of Justin Cap, actually. And it bounced at the perfect angle, and this is an absolute gimme here for the side of St. Clair. We take those. Right off the face-off, we're going to be going into the St. Clair zone, actually. Andrew coming in with a vengeance right towards the center of the net. Another shot, going to be a little bit wide, but they also have a bunch of additional reinforcements. They're just sending everybody at this one right now. Justin Cap's going to be stealing some additional boost, but the centering of play. Andrew with the shot. It's going high. Where's Justin? Here he comes, but Kamal is there to stop this one in its tracks. Freeze, though. Shot on target. Saved by Kamal. Rebound going to be stopped by Fusion. And now there's nobody home. Fusion going to carry this one all the way home, and that is going to be the 2-goal lead now. The pressure was there for UVA, but the moment the light switch flips off, that is the time that Saints are just going to fire it through. And how many times has this happened to the Saints where they got punished? This time, they're the ones that punished that error. 2-0 for Saints here in Game 5. Could not have asked for a better start, and we might have ourselves another one. Drag race into the crease here for Saints. They still have control of it. The initial shot didn't quite go through. A little bit of a lob shot here. Andrew's going to try and catch this, but this was such an awkward bounce. Couldn't get a piece of it no matter how hard he tried. Fusion, save, Dabo! And we have the kill here. Or not the kill, this is the goal here coming out from Ramen. Perfect here from Fusion. Makes the pass, makes the demo. Which game am I casting? Since when are these cars killing each other? I think I might be losing it here a little bit today. We had just constant, solid games here from this Rocket League Green squad, and right now they are absolutely killing it to start this Game 5 off. I mean, amazing, but you cannot relax in this position here. The moment the Saints stop, or the moment Virginia all of a sudden has 3 goals for themselves. Like we were talking about before, Jackson and I, basically whenever the Saints opt to play pure defense, that's when comebacks seem to happen. Offense is their defense. The more often that we're in the opposing zone, just controlling it, the better, to say the least here. And so far, they're doing a relatively good job. University of Virginia trying to just escape their zone and make something valuable happen in the St. Clair zone. But nothing has been able to go through. We see no more really than 2 Saints going through, trying to make a play here and there. And they're not necessarily even the most sincerest of plays or the high quality of plays, but at the end of the day, you're just pushing the ball right into the corner. It's up in the skies. It's killing time. A minute passed already since that last whistle, and now just time is going just right in the Saints' favor, to say the least. Nice little attempts there from Kamal over to Fusion, but it does get denied. Virginia with the opportunity now. Freeze just has to collect himself and get this one towards the net. Slows it down. I like the play. The demo on top of things, and this is where things get started. Beautiful goal from Andrew after the wonderful play here from Freeze, giving Saints a little bit of a taste of their own medicine. Pass, demo, shot, goal. Now, this one's within 2. UVA, never say die. Still in this one. Still a mountain to climb, but at least the peak is a little bit closer, to say the least, after securing that first one. And now, right back into the Saints zone. This could be troublesome. Awkward bounce. Freeze with the shot off the crossbar. Rebound. Good save, Kamal. Kamal going to pick this one up, lob it up for Fusion. Freeze is the only player back at the moment. Andrew finally has come back to the crease. Dodges Fusion, who was looking for the demo on him, actually. That could have opened the door for maybe another one. Cross-field shot from Andrew. Was not expecting that one, but it's going to force a save nonetheless. Right back into the Saints crease, and then right back out into the UVA zone. Freeze picking it up in his own zone. Going to be messed with by Fusion, however. A little bit of a battle in the corner. Andrew does end up getting this, centers it across his own field, but it is going to end up going right to his own player. Nice couple passes here. Justin Cap off the Freeze. I like the play, but it was maybe a case of too many passes, just making the play a little bit more convoluted than necessarily needed to be. Nothing wrong with that, though. Andrew coming in hot, going to find the shot, but it's going to force Fusion to make the save. We now have 30 seconds left on the clock. Saints looking to try and get themselves a ticket into that lower finals. It's just a couple seconds away. They just got to hang on a little bit longer. Virginia ain't stopping, however. We have Freeze looking for the centering attempt. Fusion, good stop, however. And we have the battle. Okay, a nice little flip. Otherwise, rule 1. But now, time ticking down, couple seconds left. They need one now, but that is going to be brutal. They might get this one, but it's not going to matter. St. Clair have punched their ticket to the lower finals, taking care of UVA in a Game 5 scenario and breaking the streak of, or the small little streak that was going on where they were going down in match point scenarios in Game 5. So solid job there for St. Clair. Honestly, fantastic series, though, between both teams. St. Clair going to take this, of course, 3-2. And now this means we have ourselves the rematch between King's University and St. Clair College. Was a heartbreaker last time by. We'll have to see if this one's any different. If we do take a look at the bracket here, over on the right-hand side, just barely off screen right now, but it is going to be Kings, our opponent for this next one. Should be starting in just a few minutes' time, especially since some of the earlier rounds went a little bit late. It should not be too long. We're going on, 4:30 right now? And if we scroll up by chance, who do we have? I'm going to say it's Oakland. Sure enough. Yeah, Oakland. So the other squad that was in CRL, sitting pretty in the winner's side. That's where we want to be, but we still have quite the road to get there. And in regards to our next step, not a lot of time to do it. So we're just going to quickly throw this one to a break in just a moment's time. Of course, excuse me. Big thank you to everybody tuning in. The next one should be in just a few minutes. Hang on tight, get yourself a quick bathroom break and a quick snack, because we'll be right back here in just a moment with the rematch between King's University and St. Clair College.